Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome here to Silverstone. This is from Northern Hampshire, England, where we have a tricky, tough 18-turn track. That's 3.6 miles for 5.8 kilometers. Just me, your boy Sean Stam, up here in the booth for Stam Studio Network, going to introduce you guys in the YouTube chat as well. The directors of today is whatever you want to see or hear or whatever it may be sure to let me know in the YouTube chat, and I'll make sure to bring it to you as we take a nice overview of the track after the Google Earth shot. We got Sam Bentley, Lucas Haller, and then Michael Zugamont leading our top three overall. Sam Bentley, matter of fact, still has not been moved up to Pro Series, so he is who is going to take the pole today. Following that, we're going to have Matthew Sherwood up there, P4, as well as Federico Del Toro. That's a newer name here in the series, number 97 in that Porsche, starting off number 5. Samuel Cruz starting in P6, Nicholas Meyer, Brandon Mateo starting in 8th place, and that's Acura NSX in the 111. Kevin Schmidt-Key, number 11, starting 9th. Cameron Floss starting 10th in the number 10 Acura. Dan Fendi, this is his league. He will be starting P11 after qualifying. Ari Sitbon, we will have him for a mid-race interview here today as well. Well, not as well as Shane Wells, but Shane Wells will start P13th in the number 99 BMW GT3. Biscayne Lois, glad he can join us out here today in the Corvette GT3 that will round out our field today. Only 14 drivers going to compete from the tricky, tough, flat track of here in Silverstone. We're just waiting on a couple more drivers to grid. We're going to take a look at the race analysis here today. We got, I mentioned it before, 18 turns. This is 3.5 miles, 5.8 kilometers, and yeah, you see the track map on your screen here today. We got some infamous corners here, like Maggots and Beckett's, going to pretty much test our drivers for all that they have here today. Taking a look at the points, moving on as qualifying just now ending, so drivers are making their way to the grids. Looks like Lucas Haller, John Jennings, Alexander Collier, Jeremy Littleton, James Francone, Gene Kelly leading us off in the pro points. Looking at AM, Samuel Cruz, Shane Wells, Kevin Schmidt-Key, Matthew Sherwood, and Dan Fendi up there in P5. How about that? Sam Bentley, Tyler Reed, Ari Sitbon rounding out those AM points as drivers are making their way to the grids now. Just crawling here is, well, looks like the pace car is already off, so we are about to kick this race off here from Northern Hampshire, England. Make sure to strap yourselves in as Sam Bentley, this is an AM driver, leading us to the green flag. Here we go, lights out, and away we go, heading into the tricky, tough, flat turn 1. Orange flag heading here into turns 1, so these drivers know to be careful with one another. Sam Bentley going to continue to lead Lucas Haller, Michael Zugmont, as well as Matthew Sherwood in that Bean Mobile Acura NSX. As here comes Samuel Cruz, that Ford Mustang GT3, looking down the outside of turn 3. Getting a little crossover action, making the move happen. these GT3s, believe me, guys, you're pretty much starting on flat tires as low as the pressures are. So for Samuel Cruz to already make a move that big, he's either got the short run car here today from Silverstone or just has the pace overall. Is looking at Brandon Mateo, that AWS Acura NSX, number 111, up 2 spots since the start of the race. We see Sam Bentley in chat as well as Ari Sitman checking. Okay, but we see Sam Bentley. Keep an eye out for the special GP liveries. We will keep an eye out, and we may see already one here on Matthew Sherwood. It's beans. That's all of this Acura NSX is here as beans. The gaps are starting to increase just a little bit. Ari telling me to check my DMs, so might as well do that here. GT. Okay, yeah, for sure. We will have the driver interviews here, and I'm getting drivers reaching out as well as for the race that follows this here. It'll be GT4 versus NASCAR. My own league, I'll be racing in it. Make sure to catch the tape delayed broadcast that will occur after the in real life Xfinity race concludes out there from Martinsville, Virginia. But for the lead of the race here, we still have an AM out front. Sam Bentley, he started this race on the pole. Lucas Haller, our pro, so he's leading this pro class in P2 overall. And then, well, the next pro we have in the race today, oh my days. Okay, well, you see there on the left, it does say Sam Bentley. Just picture this battle up here for P1, P2 as pros. I know we only have one more race this season. That'll be at Monza in 2 weeks from now, and believe me, I assure you Sam Bentley will be moved to that next class. As Ari Sitbon was telling me to check the old DMs, I think he's ready for a driver interview. I'm going to pull him down here. Hey, Ari, you got a copy? This is Sean Stam up in the broadcast booth.
Hi.
Hey, Ari. All right, I wanted to give you a little time there. Oh, how's the car feeling? I mean, I know that you're sitting here, gained 4 spots since the start of the race in that McLaren. How you doing in the car?
Difficult. At the second turn, and I lost the car. Now I'm just trying to overtook the 7 and the 6, but it's gonna be a long walk.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time up with us. As we kind of see you blinking out a little bit here, but man, keep up with it and keep the pace up. Keep gaining some spots here today.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna record my connection. Sorry.
Nah, you're all good. We appreciate drivers taking the time real quick to get with us up here in the booth, and it just means that much more to us. Is that 2 different GT3s with bean schemes? What is going on? Do I not know something here that's taken off here recently online here? I mean, this is the beans means of Sam Bentley leading the race, and then, yeah, I believe that's Matthew Sherwood in another bean mobile. Yes, you will see this time by NSX. Watch it. I thought that was orange chicken at first, but you take a little bit of a closer glance, and oh yeah, magical fruit on the side of that machine of Matthew Sherwood. This is the longer track layout. As I'll get that track map pulled up on the right side of your screen. I mentioned it earlier. It's 3.6 miles around this thing, so gaps will start to incur. But the 2 pros, I know it's showing AM Sam Bentley, but just picture him as pro with the pace that he's had throughout the season. Lucas Haller sitting here P2, and I'm just going to go through the field that we got a little bit of time right now. Samuel Cruz having a great day so far in his GT3 Mustang. I didn't think that the Mustangs had this much pace here in GT3 class, but Samuel making me eat my own words this whole season, and we'll have to see in 2 weeks' time at Monza how the season finishes up for Samuel Cruz. Matthew Sherwood, that being Mobile, number 8 out of Florida, making his car work here at the fairly flat track of Silverstone Raceway. More commonly seen on the F1 schedule is here's a little F1 battle going on here. Federico, it's skipping over Brandon Mateo there, but Federico Nicholas Meyer. Gotta have our closest battle on the track. This is for MP. It would be 5 and 6. Or you could say 6th and 7th overall, as we have Federico blinking in a little bit. That's just these drivers are coming in from all over the world. It's in the name, Dan Fendick's own International Pro-Am Racer Series. So you're going to get a little blinking here and there. So keep with us here as Ari Sitbon. That's the driver that man, the diffuser on the back of that Ferrari is wild. Or McLaren, excuse me, as he continues to blink out. He's our one driver from France here today. Appreciate him coming out. And Shane, well, what is the deal? I was not informed of any means by any Bean Motorsports or whatever's going on here today. But, oh, man, as we hop on board with Shane Wells now, sitting P9 overall. That's gained 4 spots since the start of the race. Shane Wells, actually an avid fan of Stam Studio Network himself, so I'd like to shout you out, Shane. You make it well known to us how our work is well appreciated, and we couldn't do it without these drivers here. So, of course, shouting out you as well, as that's another driver outside of the U.S. That magical fruit, the more you eat, well, you know how to finish that sentence. Says Kevin Schmidtke out of Canada here today, our one Canadian driver. Seen this quite a few times throughout the season, as well as last season, IRPAS. Kevin, appreciate you coming out. No, you've raced some GT4 versus NASCAR, I believe, as well, unless I'm just coming off the wrong leg there, but we definitely appreciate that. And if you have the ability to, would love to see you or any of you drivers or fans out there right after this race. We're going to have GT4 versus NASCAR at Lime Rock. It's my own league. I'll be racing in there. You can go wheel to wheel with me and maybe cuss me out a little bit if I door you too hard. No, just kidding. But just having fun there in GT4 versus NASCAR. It starts right after this race. League ID 10931. And honestly, I think you guys have put up with my voice a little bit too much here. What, 8.5 minutes in? Oh, that's a little much. I know I'd have enough of it, so gonna cut to a SSN or pass. Crank it up. Be right back. We're here with you on the YouTube channel. Alrighty, welcome back. You can crank it back down. This is Sean Stam back up in the booth, bringing you live action here from Northern Hampshire, Silverstone, England. What a move of Cameron Foss as we were on board with them, and we're going to take another look at this replay here, kind of an aerial cam view. Cameron Foss making the inside work down here into turn 1. Dan Fendick, I think giving him the point by as well, as Dan's one of the cleanest racers that I have been around. If something ever is caused by the old Dan, he'll be sure to, he's first to apologize on the mic, but regardless of that, he makes sure that, I mean, cleanliness and sportsmanship here is key here in the International Racers Pro-Am Series. Mentioned it actually in the driver, what am I thinking of here? Not interview, the pre-race meeting. There you go. My mind just blanked there for a second. Mentioned, yeah, you know, if you happen to make contact with another driver, have that in you. If it's your fault, you know, be sure to give that position back. Is now Dan Fendick's actually back in front of Cameron Foss. We're gonna see what happened to Cameron. This is after he made the move on Dan. Looks like he just went off of the track, and then Mr. Fendick able to. Oh yeah, that's gonna. We saw that in the static shot actually. The gravel get kicked up out of the rear end of Cameron Foss's mobile, and believe that's the McLaren 327 of Fendi able to take P11. So, but just great sportsmanship throughout International Pro-Am Racer Series today, and Sam Bentley still continues to lead. It says AM, but I mean, come on. I don't know if you guys are with me there in chat, but you gotta be. AM driver of Sam Bentley. He's just shown the skill and the pace that he's had this season. Just one more time, I'd like to bring up the points real quick. Oh, that is not points. There we go. Points. This is AM this time first. Samuel Cruz leading the AM points, followed by Shane Wells, Kevin Schmidtke, Matthew Sherwood, Dan Fendick, then Sam Bentley. So I know that I don't think Dan offers a off race for these drivers within the points. So if you just miss one or two races, that really goes to show how fast things can swing point-wise. Is now looking at the pro points. Lucas Haller, John Jennings, Alexander Collar, Jeremy Littleton, James Francone, those top three in pros. Showing up on the old bottom side of the screen now. Just we got a little bit more gappage to work with. If you're liking what you see, I really can't do this without everybody's help here in YouTube land. So please, you know, hit up the YouTube chat if you don't like what you see and we could do a little bit better. Maybe some audio adjusting. Maybe, oh, I don't know, driver cams. Do we have any today? No, we don't. Okay, well, there goes that. But as well as, you know, if you like what you see, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and, you know, if you bang the hell out of that bell there, that'll matter of fact notify you anytime that I go live, and you can hop right in. As I've actually had a few drivers that I race with who mentioned to me that they try to get in just about every YouTube stream they can, and I see you guys there in YouTube chat. Travis Farmer, better known as Zipper there in the community, he's always one driver to be out there with me. Is I'm getting some. I just got a Discord message. I applied for the league. What the? I thought you were racing right. What? Ari just telling me that he applied for my league, as he is still blinking in and out the straightaway. Okay, not sure how that happens, as we're gonna work our way up through P8 right now. This is Shane Wells. Shane Wells, he's another one of these drivers he's made it known to me, hey, he really appreciates the broadcast, the commentary that I do, and especially in IRPAS, where necessarily not getting paid or have the pay to pay another commentator to help me out here. I know that's something that Dan's looking at, actually, is setting up some donations to help get me funded for IRPAS, as well as get another commentator up here in the booth with me next season. So if the broadcast is something that you guys like, be sure to vote on Mr. Fendick's vote at the end of this season. If broadcasting is something that you'd like to keep, it just take a slight donation, maybe $5 from each of you, and that would cover damn near the whole season. But Nicholas Meyer sitting P7 to 71 at Ferrari. Only the second Ferrari on track today. The other one driven by Lucas Haller in the pro category, leading the pros in P2 overall. But hopping on board with Nicholas now, and this would be a good time to compare Nicholas to Federico right in front of him, sitting P6. He's in a Porsche, and we can kind of compare the drive off, the mid-entry, as well as just the sounds of the engine. Here we go. That's Nicholas Meyer taking the rumble strips, and here we are on board with Federico now. Already a huge difference in the audio, and I mean, Federico is catching Brandon Mateo by every 10th imaginable here. Federico could be getting at P5 overall. That would be P4 in AM. And now we'll hop on board with the car in front of him, compare the sounds. If you guys are newer within iRacing or just haven't bought an account yet, I don't know what you're doing. Every track is laser scanned. We have even newer audio equipment coming in to give us more realistic audio sounds as we'll come on board with Brandon Mateo here as Federico tries to look down the inside of turn 1. Doesn't just have that spot just yet as the battle for, is this the lead? It is the battle for the lead continuing to intensify. Well, the M and the Pro class makes this a little complicated, but stick with us here. We're going to treat it as such as Lucas Haller right on the back bumper of Samuel Bentley. Heading into a hairpin S corner, you got to have a slow entry to get a fast exit out. And Lucas Haller got on that quarter panel there of Sam Bentley, but not able to get the power down. I was heading out of turn 18. This will be heading into turn 1. Slight little kink and then a little chicane action coming up here for 2, 3, 4. Lucas Haller was able to get on that back bumper on the whole second half of the track here, but I think that Ferrari's struggling just a little bit here on the front half of the track, excuse me, is here Lucas getting into that slipstream just a little bit and maybe a little bit less downforce on that Ferrari GT3 compared to the BMW bean machine of Sam Bentley. 17 minutes down, just over halfway to go here from across the pond here in England. I'd like to ask you guys there in YouTube chat, who do you got? Sam Bentley or is Lucas Haller going to end up taking this thing, come up away with the win overall? He's already in the lead of Pro class officially, but Sam Bentley, come on guys, after what we've seen all season, once again, you really can't call this an AM driver anymore. As that's I rating, I'm actually showing 1,700 compared to Lucas Haller here at 2,400, and then the next AM driver back 1,700. Maybe we, for once in our lives, count out I rating as just we take a look at the pace between the two drivers. Sam Bentley putting down a 2 flat 0.5 last time by. Lucas Haller a 2 flat 0.256. Taking a look at the lap time history on the bottom right side of your screen. It is just back and forth between Bentley and Haller. Bentley, I mean, one lap he's faster, the next lap he's slower, and then looks like 9, 10, I believe, or 7, 8. There you go. Looks like Haller was faster, so this is going to come down to the nitty-gritty. Maybe one driver possibly giving the other little anaconda squeeze. Nacho Libre. Justin Yaw, if you're watching here, referencing you there as well, but nitty-gritty action. Federico, some good action going here on with Nicholas Meyer as well. Porsche versus that's Brandon Mateo machine of the Acura NSX lime green AWS 111. That battle just continues to spring out just a little bit. Rubber band, you'd call it, just gets sprung out and then right back in on the straightaways. We're on board with Nicholas Meyer looking back at the Bean Machine, BMW of Shane Wills. At number 99, up 5 spots since the start of the race. Trying to look down the outside, maybe just crossover, setting up. Not yet, he's not there, but he's so close. Shane Wills is now there. Door, quarter. Oh, he's still there. Your run is even. And what distance, what space given between these two drivers of Nicholas and Shane Wills. When Matthew Sherwood put down a green lap last time by, a 2:01.55, his fastest of the section. Purple, if you see that pop up on the graphics on the left side, that means fastest lap of the session. Green meaning fastest lap that they have achieved. Alrighty, 10 minutes left to go in the race. 10 minutes left until NASCAR versus GT4 session opens up. So, drivers, if you're listening here live, I'm going to have to fly through these interviews so I make sure to get registered in time for my own league race. And once again, that will be live here on SSN after the conclusion of the real-life Xfinity race there in Martinsville. Drop your race pick wins. That is a unbelievable tongue twister. You would think so. Of who's going to win that. Is it going to be Allgaier, or is it going to be Almirola in the 19, or maybe a driver like Sam Mayer in that 41, or does Cole Custer, that 00, finally get it done the Xfinity Series? I know Gramps, he's watching here today, and I think he's got the old number 7 picked out. Justin Alligator Allgaier, Lil Gator. Martinsville, Bristol, well, any track really seems like the number 7 to pick. So good pick there, Pops. Might have to agree with you. But continuing on with the racing here today in IRPAS. I mean, my goodness, Cameron Floss, Michael Zugmott. Michael, what happened with him is he is now considered a lap down here, P13th overall. Gonna try and see if we have some replays to go through here. Here's an Ari Sitbon crash, but really we don't really. This is such a clean series. Oh, this is all the way at the start of the race. Check this out. Wow, that's just how few incidents we've had. I think that's gonna consider. That's what the graphics software considers as a crash, is him just slamming on his brakes. So, what a clean race! It's so clean that we're just gonna walk through the start of the race here once the green flag drops and go back. This will be a view into turn 1. It just gets so single file. There's really no opportunity for any moves to really be made here. Well, I might have to take notes here going into Lime Rock Park. Make sure we have an okay start. You start to see side by side here a little bit further up in the pack after the start. Matthew Sherwood looking down the inside, trying to gain a spot. His Acura NSX. As we cut back live, man, Sam Bentley, he's continuing to grow the gap on Lucas Haller. And if you guys have been a fan on SSN or even IRPAS Racing for quite a while, Lucas, he's no fluke. I mean, Lucas has some pace. Matter of fact, has the iRating advantage once again over Sam Bentley. But wow, the pace out of Sam Bentley here today in his number 37 BMW GT3, it's just been outrageous. Of course, I say that last lap time. Last lap, they were just about the same, only 0.02 seconds off of one another, but lots of red for, well, that's comparing Lucas Haller to Samuel Cruz. Lots of red for Samuel Cruz in P3, and if we compare the lap times there, yeah, Lucas Haller, he's staying right there with them, but once again, it's a lot of give and take. We are just now approaching 5.5 minutes to go here from Silverstone. I'm going to have to save my voice for my own broadcast coming up of GT4 versus NASCAR, so I'll send you guys to one more Crank It Up. I'll make sure you don't miss a thing here on Stam Studio Network. Stick with us. I'll be right back with you. back down once again. I'm up here in the booth, and sorry, for once I had to accept some league applications here mid-race, just before the session opened up for GT4 versus NASCAR. Samuel Litchfield going to be joining us there, and he's a driver over in Lumet Motorsports. I'll broadcast that league every Sunday night. They do oval racing and GT. My goodness. NASCAR Gen 6. They will be at Martinsville this weekend. Their playoffs is going live, and I know they have quite a bit of money on the line going for that the championship driver, so going to be pretty special. And I have something pretty special as, oh man, what just happened? I'll get with that in a second. Brandon Mateo slamming on the brakes, possibly at a slowdown. Going to take another look at this as we ride on board with Federico here. Possibly just too much speed into the corner there, or had to deal with a slowdown there. So regardless, we are getting down to the end of this race here in IRPAS. Only one more race to go here in the series. That will be coming at you live from Monza. I believe that's Italy, 2 weeks from now. Not the oval, just the road course, unfortunately. Grand Prix layout. It's a good battle between Dan Fendick, Cameron Zugamot, both similar paint schemes. Two different cars, though, Audi and McLaren, going at it for P11. Alrighty, once again, I appreciate everybody joining in here on YouTube land, and there in the YouTube chat, shouting you guys out, as once again, this could not be done without you guys. As Samuel Bentley continuing to lead the AM class here today, call him pro, as Lucas Holler, he's still within just about a second, but not enough to get that lead of pro, but still leading his class, P2 overall. Matthew Sherwood, nice run in the Bean Mobile today, that Acura, I think I was calling, yeah, that Acura NSX. And then Federico, as well as that AM class, running P3 in class. As Lucas Holler, is he coming down in the pits? What is going on here, folks? Could this be a little bit of an F1 call? Is coming down to the last 2 minutes to go? Sure, okay, come on now. The next pro back is Michael Zugamont, a lap down, so this could be something for Lucas here. Either did not put enough fuel into the car, or looking to get some new, fresh, I believe these are Pirellis on the GT3s here, and just getting the fastest lap time of the race on fresh tires and low fuel. No. What in the heck? That wasn't enough stopping time for fuel or tires, so as more drivers, that was a splash of fuel. I guarantee you guys not. Shane Wells is not in. Brandon Mateo is in. Shane Wells is now in. Kevin Schmidtke is also in as well. Little bit of gambling gone wrong for our drivers in the final minutes to go. This is going to shake things up, not only in this point, not only in these race standings, but also in the points. As now Matthew Sherwood has made his way up to P2. Lucas Holler, with just that splash of fuel, is now overall P3. He was overall P2 before this all started. Nicholas Meyer, now P4, up 3 spots. And then our biggest mover of the race, of course, it's that man Ari Sitbon out of France, that number 51 McLaren Fendi Racing. Something that I'd like to just make a quick mention of, as we are just approaching the final few minutes here to go here out of Silverstone. At this point in the race, you are absolutely sweating in the car. This is as much of a physical game just as it is mental, and especially somebody like Sam Bentley here today, who's kept his Bean Means Hines machine. There you go. That is a major tongue twister. Up out front, the whole race today, gonna come across the line, take the checkered flag now. Congratulations, Sam Bentley, going to win the race in that AM category. That'll be something to print in the textbooks, talk about for a few decades to come. Congratulations, Sam Bentley. Matthew Sherwood, another Bean Machine, P2. Lucas Holler coming in overall P3, but he will take the win in that pro category. Nicholas Meyer, Ari Sitbon, and Samuel Cruz going almost side by side here into turn number 18. Oh, Ari Sitbon, he has been blinking out just this whole race, is not able to get the spot on Samuel Cruz. He will take P5. Ari P6. Brandon Mateo P7 as he tries to battle Shane Wells coming to the line here. Brandon Mateo going to get that spot in what should say AM in front of his name. Dan Fendick, wow, nice run, up 2 spots since the start of the race, going to solidify the spot in front of Cameron Floss here coming into the last turn. If he can make it stick, don't want to give him the old Sean and Tater's curse. We've seen one too many times here on SSN. Dan Fendi P9, Cam Floss P10, Kevin Schmidtke P11, Michael Jugamont P12 or P2 in class somehow in pro, Federico P13, and respectively Biscayne Lois there at P14. I'm going to quickly cut to interviews because my own league race, once again, just now starting, GT4 versus NASCAR. I'm going to go race in it and then bring you guys a tape-delayed broadcast right after we finish up. So stick with us. I'm going to bring you some driver interviews really quick, and I'm going to get going here. Hey, Sam, you got a copy?
Hello?
Hey, man, how's it going? Oh, man, congratulations on your top 3 finish today here from the one, the only Silverstone.
Yeah, home race for me. A very...
Walk us
tough race
through it.
for me
I
too.
mean, did you just barely have enough fuel there in your BMW GT3 as we saw quite a few cars come down pit road at the end?
Across the line, I think I had 0.4 of a lap.
Oh, my gosh.
I was saving from basically the second racing lap. I was coasting into some corners, and the further it got, the more I coasted.
Well, Sam, once you watch this broadcast back, you may be hearing me. This is by no means, but I just think that you have the pace. I think you're ready to switch over to the old Pro Series. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I thought maybe, I don't know if I just had a lot of practice at Silverstone. I've raced it like more than like about 15 years on F1 games.
Oh.
And I've been to the races, F1 races, so I felt like I had a little advantage. But yeah, Dan probably moved me one race left of the championship, maybe.
Definitely so, man. I just think that's something to be pretty proud of. Saying, hey, you're better than everybody here, so gonna move you up a class and try to get some point competitions going for you. But sorry to rush through things here. I got to get going to my own race, but congratulations on the win, Sam Bentley.
Thank you.
Hey, Matthew Sherwood, this Sean Stam up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I guess I can start this off with saying, I mean, what is the deal with the old bean machine this week? I was not.
This day is all about gas and the cuisine and cultural treasures of Great Britain. As our British teammates, Bentley and Shane, will tell you that beans on toast is what they eat all the time over there. So I wanted to pay respect to that. And also gas is the entire reason why I'm in the position I'm in now. So.
Yeah, what was that like? I mean, just a gamble there going into the race, hoping that you have enough fuel?
I didn't really have a strategy coming into it, but Cruz got the jump on me at the beginning with the cold tires, and his Mustang just really helped me save fuel, I guess. And I started to get towards the end and realize, like, I can definitely make this work out. And I think I had almost a full lap of fuel when I crossed the line to spare. Probably maybe 2/3 and a full lap. So I oversaved a little bit, but it worked out.
Yeah, oversaved, and that's not my major, so you got that down. The old, some math going on here within the racing world. Congratulations, Matthew Sherwood, on your P2 finish.
Thank you.
All righty, Lucas Holler, you got a copy?
Yeah. Hi.
Oh my goodness! What a race that we saw out of you here today. You're gonna take away the win in pro, but come home overall P3. What was it like there in the old Fendi Ferrari cockpit of the GT3?
Yeah, I was just too slow. So I
No.
was, yeah, I was. So I was the couple like 1 or 2 times faster per lap, so I had no chance. And then with the fuel as well, kind of miscalculated myself there, and yeah, that's why I had to pit at the end. So
Yeah, I was definitely
Not good.
wondering what happened with you there at the end, but as soon as I saw you take, I mean, a millisecond pit stop, I was like, okay, I see what's going on here. But Lucas, is there anybody that you'd like to shout out that makes this possible for you to come out and race with us?
no,
No? Oh, come on. Okay, well, might have to fix that. But no, in all seriousness, thank you, Lucas, and congratulations on your P3 finish. I'm going to get going to my own league here, GT4 versus NASCAR. Quickly message me on Discord if you'd like to get in there with us. Lime Rock Park starts in just a couple minutes. Thanks, everybody, for joining in here today on Stam Studio Network. I'm going to catch my plane ride on home, and I'll catch you in just a few hours' time for GT4 versus NASCAR broadcast. Thanks, guys.